I want you to reflect on your background. Always go back home and think about, close your eyes and go back home. You find out what is there. Some of your parents are sick. Some of them are sick. If you ask him, he has high blood pressure. Don't you have? Hey, which disease do you have? You don't have. You're very lucky. You're very what? But men are sick. Then the other one is early pregnancy. Now, let's rotate around all these ones as you go along. Now, we came for 4 reasons. The reason why we are in school is 4 reasons. And I'm very glad your vision, your mission, and objectives talk about these things. 1, for acquisition of what? Knowledge. That knowledge that is going to make you achieve your objective to become a doctor, become a lawyer, become an engineer, become a teacher, become and kind of make sure you get the what? The knowledge. Is it okay? Somebody has told you to listen to the teachers. But I want to tell you this. And I know many of you have challenges. Many of you have challenges in studies. But I want to give you just a trick in how you can understand better. Now, if you want to acquire knowledge and to learn to understand, because not every day you will learn to do what? To understand. But if you want to learn to understand, I want you to do 6 things. Will you do them? Wake up that person and tell him the devil is a liar. Tell them the devil is a liar. Now, if you want to learn to understand, whether it is physics, whether it is chemistry, whether it is biology, I want you to follow this model. You will certainly achieve. The first one is, the first step in understanding is always to use your what? Use your what? Ears to listen. Use your ears to do what? To listen. Now, when you listen, whatever the teacher is telling you, whatever your friend is discussing to you, you understand only 10%, empirically tested and scientifically proven. That you understand only 10%. Meaning that you must listen to the what? The teacher. You must listen to the what? 10% only. The ears taking only 10. If you think I'm telling you lies, after here, just go and tell your neighbor what has here got. Tell you very few things. Now the second step of understanding is for you to use your eyes. Everybody say eyes. Eyes to read. And this is why many children don't go wrong. You must first of all listen, that is one. Number 2, you must do what? Read on your own. You will understand 15 what? %. By the way, you understand more when you read on your own. That's why the library is there. That's why the notes are there. That's why you must read on your own. The first stage of understanding is to listen. The second one is to do what? To read. The third stage is for you to write using your hands. Now, that is what? Right. Here you understand 20%. 20. The ears give you 10. The eyes give you 15. The hands give you what? So if you want to understand that chemistry, that biology, that physics, make sure you listen to the teacher. Number 2, you read on your own. Number 3, you do what? You write. Now, number 4, you must use your mouth to share. Must use your mouth to do what? Sharing. Use your mouth to do what? Now, when you share, you understand 50%. Sharing entails asking questions, answering questions, discussing. In the seminar, be active. That's what they told you. Be what? Active. You must use your ears. You must use your eyes. You must use your hands. Number 4, you must use your mouth. As much as what? Possible. Ask as much as what? Possible. If need to be, always sit in front because the superstars sit where? In front. There are no superstars who sit behind. They are not there. Now, step number 5 is for you to engage your brain through physical what? Exercise. By the way, children, let me tell you this. As much as possible, ensure your brain is active. Your body is what? Active. So that the brain gets oxygenated what? Oxygenated what? Blood. When this, I'm 61 today. But you can see me. Because I do physical what? Exercise. If you don't do physical exercise, you become a dull person. So if there is football, go and do your what? Football. If there is netball, go and netball. If there is volleyball, go and play what? Netball. If there is music, kind of go and do what? And sing. So that you are praying to what? Action. That's why you see me like this. There's a problem with my. So make sure you listen. Number 2, make sure you do what? You read. Number 3, make sure you do what? You write. Number 4, make sure you do what? Number 4. Number 4, make sure you do what? You share as much as possible. And number 5, do physical what? Exercise. Will you do that? Will you do that? Because if you want to acquire knowledge, that's how they acquire knowledge. Through listening, through reading, through writing, through sharing, through doing physical exercise, and finally through what? Cleansing your heart. That's important. And that is very what? Cleansing your heart, you people. Cleansing your heart. Because your understanding involves ears, they involve eyes, it involves your heart, it involves your mouth, it involves your brain. By the way, the new lower curriculum emphasizes all these. So the final stage of understanding, for you people who don't understand, sometimes the teacher can ask you, your mother asks you, did you do this? Master, we are reading, but we don't do what? We don't do what? Understand. And this is the reason. And I want you to understand this. We don't understand because there is a lot of baggage in our hearts. One of them is immorality. The second one is taking drugs. There are people who take what? Drugs. Violence, fighting, time wasted on social media, on TV, singing, Arsenal. Now there it has been defeated. Somebody is not even going to eat because Arsenal was what? Defeated. Out of the 4, 2 are gone. 2 cups are what? Are gone. So all those are reasons why people don't complete the what? The journey. So that is the first thing you are coming to school for. To acquire what? Knowledge. And you can acquire that knowledge through that. I hope I'm understood. Am I understood? Number 2, for information. To have an informed mind. Please, boys and girls, as much as possible, try to get information. It doesn't help you to have a degree with no what? Information. The majority of the people have degrees, but they have failed to proceed in their career because they lack what? Information. They are not informed. Find out whatever you are doing, where it will lead to. If you have decided to do balance, find out where it will lead to. If you have decided to have that girlfriend or boyfriend, find out where it will lead you to. Is it okay? And it's important. If you have decided to disrespect your mother, your father, your teacher, find out where it will take you. And if you decide to pursue a certain career, find out where that career will take you. And of course, you can get that information from the teachers. Number 3, to have a skill. To have a what? To have a what? A skill. In this afternoon world, on this globe, you must have a skill to sail. Speaking has solved me anyway. I've gone everywhere in the world. Speaking. Communication what? Let it be music if that is your skill. Let it be football if that is your skill. Let it be netball if that is your skill. Even if it is ICT, but make sure you have a what? A skill. And you can get a skill in doing 9 things. The moment you realize that you have a talent, because a skill comes from a what? A talent. So the moment you realize you have a talent, I want you to do 8 things. The problem nobody has a pen and a paper, and that is a minus on their side. I must say that is a minus on there. You cannot get anything from your head. And please, children, never trust your head. Whenever you have any workshop, any seminar, any discussion, make sure you have a paper and a pen. Because you never trust your head. Always have a journal. That's how I accumulated a lot of knowledge and information. But if you just look at me, that's how the devil does what? That's how the devil does what? Because the devil doesn't want you to understand these things. Somebody says Amina.
Amen.
Somebody says Amina.
Amina.
Good. So if you want to turn your talent into a skill, I want you to do 8 things. Will you do them? Will you do them?
Yes.
1, training. And I think we have a lot of opportunity for training here. Training. If it is football, train. If it is netball, do what? Train. If it is ICT, train. If it is speaking, please train. Through debate, through discussions, through talking. That is how I became a star. In what? In speaking. So train as much as what? Possible. Number 2, practice. There are a lot of avenues in school for you to become a better person in your talent. Never leave a school without a what? A skill. And always turn your talent into a what? A skill. Because everybody in this earthly world was born with a what?